A Nancy Tucker. Nancy es magíster en Administración de Empresas en la Universidad de Delaware y cuenta con más de 30 años de experiencia manejando los departamentos globales de desarrollo, comunicación, marketing, capacitación y educación nutricional en la Produce Marketing Association. Su fortaleza profesional se centra en fomentar oportunidades de negocios globales para las empresas de la industria de productos frescos. Con ustedes, Nancy Tucker. Démosle un gran aplauso.
Hola, buenas tardes. ¡Qué introducción! Es probablemente lo mejor que yo he recibido en toda mi vida. Son muchísimos. Y quisiera ofrecer mis gracias a Fenelco para la invitación a estar con ustedes y hablar con el futuro de retail. Voy a empezar mi presentación en español y entonces cambiar a inglés. Retail, supermercados son muy importantes a nuestra asociación. Es porque muchos de nuestros miembros son los supermercados. Permítame explicar un poco de PMA para proveer una fundación a nuestra. PMA es una organización sin lucro que representa el sector de frutas y verduras frescas y flores. Tenemos aproximadamente 2.500 miembros en más de 40 países alrededor del mundo. Nuestros miembros son empresas, tenemos 34,000 compradores y vendedores en nuestra base de datos de miembros. Nuestra misión es para conectar, informar y proveer soluciones a nuestros miembros para mejorar su prosperidad. Los miembros son los proveedores de cajas y semillas, transportación, productores o consumidores, exportadores, importadores, distribuidores, mayoristas, minoristas y todos. Trabajamos mucho en áreas como Global Connections, la oportunidad de reunir los compradores y vendedores en eventos, mucha información de las tendencias y estadísticas de la industria. Trabajamos muy fuerte en el área de ciencia, tecnología, cuidado y trazabilidad y tecnología. Y trabajamos en la área de talento. Tenemos una fundación y esta fundación trabaja para atraer nuevas personas a nuestra industria, retener y desarrollarlas.
I was inspired to get into cycling by my family and friends. It was a way to really enjoy the outdoors while staying active. I was so surprised by how much it grew from there. I started connecting with other riders and especially noticed the way we had each other's backs. It's given me a heightened perspective on the power of a strong team. We're all pushing hard individually, but it's our commitment to each other that brings our success. We are stronger, faster, better because we're together. Off the bike, I feel like I'm part of over 2,500 teams around the world. It excites me to help our fresh produce and floral member companies grow. I work with my colleagues to create new business opportunities for our members every day and provide the resources they need to compete. Because I know our success is truly connected, and looking out for each other keeps our industry moving forward. Stronger, faster, better. Find out how we can help your business grow.
Gracias. Ustedes conocen un poco de mí en pie. Quisiera aprender un poco más de ustedes. ¿Quiénes trabajan para un supermercado? Directamente. ¿Ok? ¿Quiénes son los proveedores al supermercado? Y otras organizaciones, el gobierno, universidad, es promocionales. Bueno, gracias. So, voy a cambiar a inglés to talk about the future of food at retail. We need all the information that we can get. That's why it's great to come here. It's wonderful to have all the speakers that you have in front of you, because we need to know where we're going, but we also need to know what's happening around us, because you don't want to look back and find there's problems. But all this information can be a little overwhelming. The speed of change, the volume of information that's out there can make some people just want to put their head in the sand and let them go by. But the world is full of opportunities that are disguised as challenges, and we can take advantage of them. I don't think I have ever seen a marketplace as competitive as the retail marketplace. Just around my house in Delaware, we have 6 traditional supermarkets that are within a 10-minute drive. There's also a Trader Joe's and 2 farmers markets, where the farms have their little stands on the side of the road. But what we're facing today is a lot more than that. We're going to wish for the good old days of just competition among the traditional supermarkets. Raphael spoke a bit about Aldi and Lidl, those chains from Germany that have very limited offerings, but for very low prices. They're increasing their market share in Europe, in the US, and in Australia. And they're not just coming in with warehouse-like stores and low prices, they're improving their offerings of perishables. They're putting a lot of attention into their fruits and vegetables to improve the quality and bring consumers to their stores. But it's more than just the discounters. More and more shops selling food. The convenience stores are selling perishables now. CVS, the pharmacies, are food and perishables. Gas stations, and the dollar stores. Now, a dollar store is where everything sells for $1, obviously. What's interesting is that they have moved to non-food items, to food items, and now to perishables. The CEO of Dollar General said in an interview that they are remodeling a lot of their stores. 60 of their new stores are being remodeled to include fruits and vegetables. Why? Because it works. Because they're more profitable. They found that the stores with more space for fruits and vegetables are 3 to 4 times the performance improvements of those remodels do not have fruits and vegetables in them. So how do we compete? It's a tough world out there. You have to keep focus on the important part, and that's the consumer. We have to know their needs and what they want. We've got a tremendous amount of information that's coming to us through the technology so that we can customize our offerings to the shoppers, both men and women. Today I'd like to share with you 3 trends: health, traceability and sustainability, and convenience. Certainly these trends have been out for a very, very long time. But it's what the aggressive marketers are doing right now to respond to these trends that's making a tremendous number of changes in our industry right now. We're moving from food as a commodity. I was talking with one of your members this morning, and he was saying still price that generates a lot of the movement in the supermarkets here in Colombia. We're moving from food as a commodity price to food for a better life. It's our expression of who we are, our values, and of course, the enjoyment of the time we spent together, families. It's not just in North America, not just in different areas. I found this very interesting, this study from Brazil that said 2/3 of the respondents are interested in health, and that makes a difference to them in their shopping. It's interesting that, you see, it's possible in that we've seen how, well, let me start again. My undergrad degree is in food and nutrition, and it's always bothered me that health has not been a better way to market our products. You know, especially fruits and vegetables. Everybody knows they're good for you. But what we've seen now is that superfoods have come on and been very marketable. We've seen sales of blueberries for the last 5 years just skyrocket. Okay, are we good? We talked about technology. It's a good example. Here we go. Let's use this. Thank you. Excuse me. So, it's great to see the sales of these superfoods rising. You know, pomegranates used to be an exotic, and now pomegranate juice and pomegranates are everywhere. Foods are becoming functional. Foods are medicine. Foods help you reduce your risk of heart disease, of cancer, of diabetes. And the supermarkets are taking advantage of this interest. Supermarkets are connecting health and foods through chefs, through online resources, through nutritionists that are available for consultations and for fun recipes to attract their customers. And I like this. I like when the supermarkets put some good information there right by the product. These labels talk a little bit about health and nutrition, but they also tell you a little bit about how to prepare the item. The first time that I ever bought spaghetti squash was because it had a sticker on it that said, cut it in half, put it in boiling water till it's tender, pick it up, take a fork, score the melon, and then it looks like spaghetti. Put a little bit of butter and honey on it. It's excellent. And my family has been eating spaghetti squash ever since. But this is why it's really important. In 1990, about 4.2% of the world's children were overweight or obese. 20 years later, that number had increased by 50% to about 4.3%. And it's expected by 2020, another 20 years, we're going to get another 50% increase. So that more than 9% of the kids around the world are going to be obese or overweight. This is the first generation that probably will have a life expectancy lower than their parents. We can do something about this. We can make it fun. We can make health fun, good foods fun for the kids to eat. This is a program that our association is creating an alliance with Sesame Street. And their characters, Elmo, Big Bird, and Cookie Monster, are on the packages and attract the kids to come and eat these fresh fruits and vegetables, these healthy foods. But what I really like is that there's better varieties now. They taste better. The berries, the apples, the grapes. And as a result, sales of fresh have been increasing while sales of canned, of frozen, they've all maintained pretty stagnant. What is creating that feeling of freshness, the ambiance? I love this picture of this restaurant, actually a bar, who has lettuce being grown all around the walls. It's a fun atmosphere, and I think the restaurant uses some of this lettuce in their menus. The attention to health and the influence of the millennials have really increased interest in organics. Sales of organics have been very slowly growing, probably for the last 20 years, but they've really ramped up the speed right now. Supermarkets are dedicating, in the United States, are dedicating more and more space to organic products. Last year in Chile, my association had a conference, and we had a panel of supermarkets. And the head of global sourcing for Walmart for South America spent his whole presentation talking about organics. He wanted to reinforce how important it was for the suppliers to be putting more product into the pipeline so that they would have enough for their stores in North America. Sales, dollar value sales of organic produce items have doubled between 2011 and 2015. About half of US households buy organics at some time during the year. It's a $5.5 billion industry. They buy it to stay away from pesticides or chemicals because of positive long-term health effects, but also because of the impact on the environment. This is a slide that I love. How many people have ever taken a picture of their food and sent it to somebody? Oh, come on, I know a lot more have done that. I know I have. I was in Mexico, and there on the plate there was these worms that grow in cactus and ant eggs, and so that was certainly an experience that I had to share with other people. But millennials, others, they're sharing these food ideas, they're sharing health, and they're creating these foodie trends on social media that can help supermarkets or sometimes hurt supermarkets. So it's important to be connected with these people. Here's what one supermarket is doing. Kroger in the United States has created a new banner, a new type of store that's called Main and Vine. And so these stores are smaller than their traditional supermarkets, but they focus more on perishables. They focus on They focus on local foods, on foods that are prepared in the store. They focus on great merchandising and making it fun for people to shop there. This is cool. On the left, you see zucchini that has been cut into noodles, like spaghetti. And then in the middle, that's butternut squash that has been formed into chips. They also form it into waffles. And it's a product of the UK, and they call it squaffles. And then cauliflower rice, which I love. You just blend the cauliflower until it's all crumbly. You saute it with some onions or other things like that, and it's really, really good. So I'm going to segue now to the second trend, and that's transparency and sustainability. In fact, sustainability has become so important in our industry that it is now one of the key areas of focus for my association. What is transparency? According to a study we did a couple years ago with consumers, it's open, honest business transactions. And overall, the consumers want to know where your products are made, how they are being made. They want it so that it's easy to find out where those products come from, traceability, what's in your products, and that a company will very easily admit to and resolve any problems that they have. Our millennials are driving this interest in sustainability. This chart shows in red that the millennials are the ones that are pushing, with Generation X not too far behind. They're pushing, these are the ones that will pay extra for sustainable products. They're the ones that check the packaging for the social or the environmental impact. And they're the ones that want to work for sustainable companies. It's a really big part of the population. There are 176 million millennials in Latin America. That's about 30% of the population. These are the people that are gaining and purchasing power, and the ones that you need to attract in your stores. And what do they want? They want to make the world a better place. What is your company doing to make the world a better place? What story can you tell these millennials? Here's the story that Kroger is telling them. They're working on a zero hunger, zero waste program. What this means is that they want to eliminate hunger in the communities that they serve, and they're working with food banks and other local organizations to reduce hunger. And they're looking to reduce to zero the waste in their company by the year 2025. They have a good story to tell their customers. People want truth in the supply chain, traceability, and transparency. PMA has a produce traceability initiative. This information is available to any supermarket, any providers that would like to know more about traceability in the produce industry. First, when we're talking about transparency, this is not exactly what I'm talking about. Packaging can be a double-edged sword. It helps products have more shelf life, be more convenient, but consumers are also concerned about the environmental impact. Which makes a good segue into talking about convenience. These packages have enabled products such as the one that you see in the bottom left, which is a slice of watermelon that is very convenient for kids and others to eat. We've seen a huge proliferation in the number of salads that are available, and power meals and other things. I love the cut fruit, the cut apples or the berries that are available to kids as part of Happy Meals at McDonald's. We've seen sales of carrots that were totally flat skyrocket when baby carrots came on board. And even those sales of navel oranges, again, are pretty flat. The easy peel clementines and others are rocking the category. Diced potatoes make it easier for consumers, but here's a neat idea. Costco put red potatoes, white potatoes, and brown potatoes in a bag together. Super simple, but it created a new product that was very popular with the consumers, and they sold a lot more potatoes. Here is a nice pre-prepared product for the grill. Everything already done for you. That leads into what millennials and others like, which is to do it yourself. The whole movement, do it yourself. It provides a sense of accomplishment, but people also want to do it easy. That's where convenience comes in. The technology is moving convenience from products, like the ones that we just saw, to services. So it's a major shift that we're seeing in the area of convenience. Online ordering and delivery, that's been around for a few years now. But this year, we've seen a huge explosion in the number of supermarkets that are jumping on the bandwagon. This year, Aldi, Publix, Wegmans, Ahold have all partnered with Instacart for online purchases and deliveries. CVS Pharmacy is doing the same. Costco is partnering with Instacart for this kind of service to their consumers. There's even an app for farmers markets. So this wild kale app will let you order from your local stand, your local farm, and have the produce delivered to you, or whatever they're selling. But sometimes deliveries have a bit of a problem. They go to your house, they could sit on the curb or on your doorstep. Maybe they're taken. If there's anything perishable in there, you're not holding the cold chain. So this is something new from Walmart. Walmart it's almost like a vending machine. It's a pickup station. This is next to their superstore in Oklahoma. And what you do is you've placed your order, and instead of going into the store, taking the time to go in, paying for it, picking it up, back out to your car, you just drive up to this kiosk, identify yourself, and it gives you your order. Boom, it's all done. Walmart is going to be putting 500 of these into their stores around the US. And not to be left out, Kroger is doing the same thing. With a program they call Scan, Bag, and Go. And they're looking to implement these in about 400 of their stores. Walmart's also getting into more of the same-day delivery. You know, nothing's ever fast enough. You can order online to maybe get it the next day or so, but people want it faster and faster. So now it's going to be same day. And so Walmart purchased this company called Parcel, which is located in New York City. So that they make deliveries within a 2-hour time block, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. So it's a pilot for them. And so Walmart also has another very interesting delivery method. You know, it was interesting because Raphael said Walmart was being hacked by Amazon. Walmart's fighting back pretty hard with some pretty innovative items. This is a video that will show how they deliver directly to your refrigerator.
Life today is busier than ever. You have a lot to get done and often don't have enough time to squeeze it all in. What if you didn't feel like you had to be in 2 places at once to get everything done? Walmart just may have a solution. It's a new concept we're testing with companies like August Home. The idea is you can choose to receive orders from Walmart.com, not just to your door and left on the front porch, but securely inside your home. If you're not home, rather than leaving the package on the front porch, the driver enters a one-time use code using the August Home app. You're alerted the moment the driver enters the code into the keypad, and can even watch the delivery as it happens through home security cameras. At Walmart, we're testing all kinds of new ways to make shopping faster and more convenient, so you don't have to be in 2 places at once. We're moving fast to find more ways to save you time and money because, well, you have a lot to get done.
This is being tested right now in a number of homes in Silicon Valley. Be interesting to see how that goes. This store, Harris Teeter, it's a regional store in the southeast of the United States, has partnered with an online company called Mix. What happens is that you will go onto the app and you'll look through recipes, find a couple that are really interesting, and select those, and then the ingredients to make those recipes will go directly into your shopping list, and that shopping list will go directly to Harris Teeter and make your order. So what it's doing is it's keeping everything right there within the store's, essentially, ownership. And that's important. Walmart's realized that that's important too, because they've partnered with Google to battle against Amazon's Alexa. You know, essentially these are both home assistants that you can talk to, tell them to turn on music or do this or that. You can place your supermarket order into these computer assistants as well. So Walmart, and it was just at the end of September, has partnered with Google to make hundreds of thousands of products available through this voice shopping network. You know, again, essentially, it's keeping it all within Walmart. Facebook knows the importance of keeping its customers on their site as well. It's not going for retail shopping, but Facebook now has, as of about October 13th, Facebook has a delivery system where you can order from restaurants right from their site. It's all about keeping consumers tightly close to them. It used to be that ready meals were something that you bought in the supermarket. You could go and buy a roasted chicken or a casserole or some other pre-prepared meal, take it home, heat it up, serve it to your family, a nice quote-unquote homemade meal. Now the definition of ready meal is changing. It's going to these essentially box meals. Blue Apron and Hello Fresh started this, but now there are many, many competitors. It's a subscription service. You just say what you want, you pick your meal, and they send you a box with all the ingredients, most of it already prepared, ready to go, ready to make. So you're creating your own meal, but it's pretty easy. A lot of interest in buying these meal kits. You know, they save on time and energy, going out to the store, planning a meal. They save preparation time, they're easy to cook. But people also like them because they offer them innovative and new things to eat, new experiences to try. Albertsons, which is a major supermarket in the US, thinks that this is so important that they spent $200 million to acquire this company, this ready meal company called Plated. Albertsons has 2,300 stores around the United States. And this is key. They're, as many others, want to be part of this trend of offering this type of convenience to their shoppers. You can say it's all because of this. Amazon's purchase of Whole Foods in June for $13.7 billion. It set off almost a mad frenzy for different supermarket chains to be cooperating for online purchases and deliveries. And we're seeing the whole blurring of bricks and mortar versus online stores. Amazon's not going to stop here. They've already been talking to some chains in France to purchase them. They were looking to purchase one of Casino's or divisions called Monoprix. They did not want to be acquired, so now Amazon is talking to Intermarché and also Système to see if they can purchase them. Since September of 2016, they have had a program in Madrid, Spain. And this is where there's an old market from the 1800s that offers very local, very special foods. And Walmart has arranged with many of the vendors there to take orders and deliver food, sometimes within an hour, to people within the city. This whole system has been visited by executives from Berlin, from Paris, from London, and some experts think that this is a pilot or a trial to see if something like this would work in the United States. They have a great advantage. They have distribution centers, huge distribution centers all over their key areas. They have 479 distribution centers in England, in the United States, in Asia, and they're probably going to add almost 50 more this year. And they're piloting stores that don't have any cashiers. So you just go in there, pick up your items, it's monitored by scanners, and then you go right out. Here's a video that shows how it works.
4 years ago, we started to wonder,
What would shopping look like if you could walk into a store, grab what you want, and just go? What if we could weave the most advanced machine learning, computer vision, and AI into the very fabric of a store so you never have to wait in line? No lines, no checkouts, no registers. Welcome to Amazon Go. Use the Amazon Go app to enter. Then put away your phone and start shopping. It's really that simple. Take whatever you like. Anything you pick up is automatically added to your virtual cart. If you change your mind about that cupcake, just put it back. Our technology will update your virtual cart automatically. So, how does it work? We used computer vision, deep learning algorithms, and sensor fusion, much like you'd find in self-driving cars. We call it Just Walk Out technology. Once you've got everything you want, you can just go. When you leave, our Just Walk Out technology adds up your virtual cart and charges your Amazon account. Your receipt is sent straight to the app, and you can keep going. Amazon Go. No lines, no checkout. No, seriously.
Certainly something that won't work everywhere, but it has great possibilities. All this technology is generating a huge amount of data that can help us customize and tailor our products to the consumers and do a lot better job of satisfying their needs. Kroger realizes this. They've been spending actually billions of dollars to hire the best and the brightest from universities, engineers, and data analysts that are coming into their stores to show Kroger how to better use the information that they have. They're using it right now with sensors in the store that pick up how many people are in the store and how many cashiers they'll need to put on or take away. They have sensors that are monitoring the freshness of produce. They have sensors that can tell them whether or not a cooler has malfunctioned, and they can put that, get that fixed right away. What they intend to put out early next year is sensors in the shelves so that you've got your phone, you have an app on your phone that has information about your shopping habits, a loyalty Kroger app perhaps, and then as you go by, you'll get messages about the products. Maybe there's a special, maybe it's something that would really appeal to you based on your history. And so, again, it's to interact with the consumers and to sell more. Walmart's working on facial recognition. This is all still in the very preliminary stages, so that essentially they can recognize whether or not they have a disgruntled consumer. Is there somebody that's angry? And so they would go out and work and try and provide some customer service to that person. Lots of amazing technology going on. But let's kind of come back to earth a little bit, because there's the reality that right now, there's not a lot of people that are buying fruits and vegetables online. It's only about 4% of the population in the United States. But what we've got to realize is that it's the future. We have to be ready for the future. The future means that all the stores need to be blended, omni-channel, but they have to offer a great selection, whether it's online ordering, click and collect, physical stores with amazing merchandising and offerings, interaction with social media, coupons, and loyalty programs. It's all about, and during all this, we need to build the in-store shopping experience, making it fun for consumers to visit our stores, giving it theater, giving it some pizzazz, and telling our story. We have amazing stories of how foods get from the earth to the supermarket shelves. In the retail business, it's all about execution. Not just kind of execution, but doing things well, being innovative, having great merchandising in your stores, making it super attractive for people to come. You know, if you look at it, why do people want to buy online? Yeah, it's convenient, but many don't like the in-store experience. Have to make that in-store experience a great experience. So are you ready for the future? We're ready to hear and willing and here to help. Thank you very much.